Hello students, today I am going to explain rest of the portion of chapter 14. Satellite. An object that revolves around a planet in its own orbit is called a satellite. Most planets have satellites that revolve around them. The satellites are of two types, natural satellite and man-made satellite. Natural satellites. The satellites of the planets that are present in nature are called natural satellite. The moon is the only natural satellite of the earth. Moon does not have an atmosphere to protect it from the meteorites from the space. Thus it is full of craters. The moon takes about 29 days to go around the earth and the same time to go around its axis or rotate. Now man-made satellites. Man-made satellites are also called artificial satellites. They are sent in the space by humans. Sputnik 1 was the first satellite to orbit the Earth. It was launched by Russians in October 1957. Artificial satellites are used for communication, weather forecast, and for observing the space. Structure of the Earth. Earth is the only planet in our solar system with life. The different forms of life on the Earth are plants, animals, insects, birds, and humans, etc. Earth was formed from cloud of dust and hot gases billions of years ago. The Earth is made up of three layers: core, mantle, and crust. Core. The innermost layer of the earth is known as core. It is made up of minerals like iron and nickel. The core is divided into solid inner core and molten outer core. The temperature of the inner core is about 4000 degrees Celsius. Mantle. The middle layer of the earth is known as mantle. It is rich in minerals such as iron and magnesium. Now crust. The outermost layer is known as crust. It consists of rocks. Most of the living organisms live on this layer. Rotation and revolution. The earth moves on its own axis. This movement of the earth on its axis is called rotation. Earth axis is an imaginary line from North Pole to the South Pole running through the center of the earth. The axis is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degree. Here you can see this one is the axis. It is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degree. It running through the center of the earth. The rotation of the earth causes day and night on the earth. The earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. Here you can see in this picture, this portion of the earth faces the sun, so here it is day. The opposite portion, they are not getting sunlight, so here in this portion night is there. It is dark black, color is dark black. Rotation causes day and night. The earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. The earth moves around the sun on a fixed path called the orbit. The movement of the earth around the sun is called revolution. It takes 365 days and 6 hours to complete one revolution around the sun. This makes 1 year on the earth. Every 4 years, 1 day is added to compensate for 6 hours. It is called leap year with 366 days. Now seasons. The tilting of the earth on its axis and revolution around the sun causes seasons on the earth. Earth also has another imaginary line at the center called the equator. It divides the earth into two equal parts, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. Here in this picture you can see this. This one is the equator, which divides the earth into two halves. This one is called northern hemisphere and the lower portion, this one is known as southern hemisphere. The hemisphere which tilts towards the sun during a revolution gets summer season and the hemisphere at the time period has winter. Other hemisphere has winter. Here in this picture, this one tilted, this one has summer and opposite portion has winter. This portion faces the sun directly, so hence it is summer, and opposite portion it is away, far away from the sun, so here it is winter. For example, if India in the northern hemisphere has summers, then Brazil in the southern hemisphere has winters. So students, today is this much. I have completed, all the chapters are over. Now it is your turn to go through the chapters and you learn all the exercise part, all the question answers, and prepare yourself for coming annual examination. Have a nice day.